Okay, and with that, Paul, that game, I think there's really only one way to describe Monday Night Football this week, and it's with a little sound.
I couldn't agree more. Oh my goodness.
For
What a
those
game for the 49ers, right?
for those who don't know, that sound is the death sound when you die in GTA.
The wasted sound.
Wasted.
But what a interesting Monday Night Football game that I personally was very excited for. And for me, it lived up to the hype. I was excited to get to see the Cleveland Browns get dominated by the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, I don't think there's any other way of putting it on them than Nick Bosa is unbelievable
Oh,
and had his revenge game. Um, we kind of called this Cleveland Browns situation, and the Cleveland Browns punter, he is the best player on the Cleveland Browns at the moment. Not only
unquestioned.
that but the punt unit for the Cleveland Browns is their best unit on their team. I think at this point they're not looking good. That's just kind of my takeaways from the game. But what are you thinking about it?
Yeah, man. Is it Gillen? Is that how you pronounce it? Jamie
Yeah,
Gillen?
something like that. He's
Dude looks
Scottish, is it?
Yeah, dude looks like the skinny Thor, has the hair of a god, and just kicks footballs. I mean, the guy's a legend.
Yeah.
Can
And
can't not love the guy. He's definitely the most consistent player. Uh, I mean Nick Bosa. I think that's the takeaway from this game is for 3 years more really, but we'll say 3 years. We heard how good Nick Bosa was going to be
mhm.
all the way through college. This is Joey's little brother. The guy is sweet. He's honestly probably better than Joey. Like, everybody get ready. Gets hurt in his junior year at Ohio State, so we don't actually get to see him at his highest level in college. So
Mhm.
coming in, it felt a little bit like he was picked because of his name where he was. Because the production, yeah, it was there as a freshman and sophomore, but if his name was Nick Williams, I don't know if he goes second overall.
Mhm.
But I mean, damn. the
Yeah,
uh
what a good pick.
the
That
uh
he had an amazing game tonight.
the Browns left tackle has a new father and his name is Nick Bosa.
That's a quote right there. You need to put that up on Twitter or Instagram or something. Like that's top five.
uh
But I think a big part that uh will be talked a lot about by the media this week, and that I kind of want to touch on a little bit, is the fact that the Cleveland Browns didn't even score a touchdown this game. Uh, that scares me if I were a Cleveland Browns fan.
yeah,
With this team that they have right now, they should be putting up points, and their offense looked irrelevant against. To be fair, they're a good D in San Francisco now. The front four is unbelievable. Richard Sherman showed up for another night, getting another pick this year. He's looking good, but that San Francisco defense, they played well against Baker, but he didn't even score a touchdown. I think that's the big takeaway from Cleveland's side on this. Uh, with their roster, they should be putting up at least 2, 3 touchdowns a game. What do you think the reason why they're not scoring is right now?
their offensive line sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, we can blame Baker, we can question the play calling, but at the end of the day, I mean, Baker was sacked 4 times and it felt like it was nine. Like,
Mm-hmm.
his pressure was in his face all game. The tackles looked completely overmatched. The guards didn't really look much better. It was a complete abject disaster for them in terms of the entire offensive line.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you can't pass protect, it's pretty much impossible to win in the NFL. like,
Yeah. Exactly.
It's like you don't want to. It sucks and it's boring talking about offensive linemen because they're offensive linemen. But at the end of the day, it's probably the most important unit on the entire field for every team. I mean, it's pretty much impossible to even make the playoffs, let alone win a playoff game with a mediocre offensive line, let alone a bad one. So, yeah, I mean, this was just a complete just mismatch. I mean, DeForest Buckner, Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead. You just like read off the list of defensive linemen the 49ers play, and then you just look across the field at who they were going up against. Like it wasn't fair. Like
so, it really wasn't.
We can sit here and talk about Baker needs to do this, Baker needs to do that. They need to figure out a way to get Odell the ball more, this, that, whatever. But Baker can't even set his feet in the pocket because there's pressure from everywhere. I mean, I don't know what else he's supposed to what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, I think a big problem in general for Cleveland tonight, my takeaway is their line play, offense and defense, wasn't good enough. Their defense was allowing the 49ers to put up like 5+ yard minute drives multiple times this game on them just by running the ball right down their throat with Kyle Juszczyk blocking. I hope that he's not too badly hurt, but
I love the fullback.
I love the fullback. Played it a little bit in grade 10. Had dabbled around. Got my first ever start in football playing fullback, actually. So I didn't know how to block. I was a ball carrying fullback.
It's a great white guy position.
Yeah, I loved it. I was an undersized, fast white guy, and I don't know why they put me at fullback, but they did. So, no, but Indianapolis used the technique that San Francisco used tonight, and that's keep your offense on the field by running the ball. Don't allow the other team's offense on the field, and it worked. It's old-fashioned football. Haven't seen it for a while, but you love to see it.
You'd love to see it. Before we move on to the awards, a special shout out to Nick Bosa for mimicking the flag celebration from Baker back in college. That's the
best celebration
piece of content. That was a high-level piece of content. I don't
think there will be a better celebration this year.
Oh man, and all the guys being like, "Oh, Baker's was better because it was in after a game and it was on their field." Like, of course it was better. Like, that's not no one's saying that this one wasn't better. We're saying this is hilarious that he pulled that out in the middle of a game.
It's the ultimate competitor move. Not talking about it like Baker would. He just kept it in the back of his mind, used it as motivation, and then he makes a big play on Baker. I mean, that's when you got to break something like that out. Don't do it on Twitter. Don't do it in an interview.
I can't wait. I can't wait for Baker's presser after this game. It'll be a tough watch. But let's
tomorrow morning's YouTube video for breakfast right there.
Let's move on.